Good day. My name is Dr. Louise Okamp. I'm a social worker in private practice that works in association with Humanitas. And together we're presenting to you the course on play-based intervention. Today I'm here to tell you a little bit more about this training course, but also how this training course is different than the other training courses available out there. Working in private practice for many years and being involved in training, both myself and the team at Humanitas have identified a huge need in practice to equip people, social workers and counselors, to effectively work with children in a therapeutic capacity. And from there, the dream and the program, Play-Based Interventions, was developed. I would like to highlight a little bit today certain aspects around play-based intervention training course and what we at Humanitas believes that makes this course different than any of the other trainings available out there. I think the first aspect that I would like to highlight is to say at Humanitas we believe at providing you with a sound theoretical basis to equip you in working with children. Other than other training courses or master degree programs out there, we do not believe that it is sufficient for students to go out, do research on a topic, and then present that research as part of an assignment or a class presentation, and that is sufficient as a theoretical foundation for working with children. Instead, we believe that us as lecturers, with our years of experience and having done in-depth research on a variety of topics, come to you as students and present you with an in-depth theoretical basis and understanding of the variety of topics that we need to cover in order to work effectively with children. For each module of this training course, you will receive a manual that describes and discusses the theory in depth. But over and above the theoretical training manual that you will receive, we have also added hordes of literature as additional reading that complements the theory that we have discussed. At the end of this training course, you will go home with 6 in-depth training manuals that will discuss theory and provide you with literature that you can always go back to when working with children. As part of this play-based intervention training course, we also believe that it's not sufficient to equip delegates with one therapeutic modality in working with children. Some of the training courses or master degree programs out there only focuses on one therapeutic modality, for instance, like Gestalt. But in PBI, we believe that it is our responsibility to equip you with an understanding, knowledge, and skill across a wide array of different therapeutic modalities, so that in the end of the day, you can choose the most appropriate therapeutic modality for the client that sits in front of you. That is then done based on the specific age and developmental phase that the child finds them in, but also choosing the most appropriate therapeutic modality in line with the referral problem. As part of PBI, we feel that it's very important that delegates are not just equipped with a sound theoretical foundation. And although theory is extremely important to us, it is also important that you leave this training course with practical, hands-on skills to work with children in practice. So we believe that we need to provide you with clear guidelines, goals, objectives, a therapeutic plan that provides you with step-by-step guidance on how to address different phenomena or different issues that children face in their world. As part of PBI, you will leave with not just a goal for different types of therapy, but detailed outline of objectives that you need to meet, and in line with those objectives, a therapeutic plan, step by step, accompanied with therapeutic techniques and different media that you can use to achieve the overall objectives and goals that you have set for therapy with a specific child client. In the end of the day, delegates will have in-depth training manuals with sound theoretical foundation, an understanding of how theory is practically applied to practice, as well as the therapeutic plans, goals, objectives, and therapeutic intervention techniques that they can use in practice across a wide variety of phenomena that children face. As part of PBI, it is important for us to have a very high standard for successful completion. And this means that delegates will have to complete assignments as part of every module that they complete in this training course. What is different, however, in our assignments versus the average assignment associated with training courses is that our assignments have not just been designed to give us as lecturers an overview and an understanding whether a specific delegate understands the content and is able to implement that. But our assignments have been designed in such a way that it adds long-term value to you long after you have left the play-based intervention training course. Assignments are designed in such a way that you take something home that you can actually use in practice with children. For example, some of our assignments are designed to help you to compile in-depth conditions of service delivery in line with legal and ethical obligations that are on social workers or counselors when working with children. Other assignments help you to formulate more in-depth therapeutic plans for a specific age group or around a specific phenomena that children face in their worlds, equipping you to effectively address those issues that come across your path when working with children. This training course is one of the few courses out there that will provide you with an understanding of legislation that is relevant in the South African context when working with children. And stemming from that legal requirements, we will also have an in-depth discussion around the ethics of working with children, ensuring that you are equipped to go out there and have a practice that meets both the legal and the ethical standards. In summary, I would like to give you an overview of what PBI entails. What will you learn attending this training course? So first of all, PBI consists out of 6 modules that delegates have to attend. These modules can be attended depending on the module, either through pre-recorded sessions that delegates watch in their own time on our website. Some of these modules are attended through hybrid sessions where you can attend in person if you like, if you are in the vicinity, or via a Teams platform. And there are also a module that needs to be attended in person. So we make use of a variety of training means to make this course accessible and available to you. 6 modules needs to be completed prior to delegates looking at their practical component of this training course. The 6 modules that needs to be completed can be divided into 2 groups. Module 1 to 3 provides delegates with an in-depth theoretical foundation and understanding. In Module 1 to 3, we cover topics such as child development, attachment, trauma, behavioral problems that children present with, normal sexual development. We look at legislation and mandatory reporting, and we also have an in-depth session around the ethics of working with children. But in discussing these theoretical concepts that is important prior to looking at the practical work, we make sure that theory does not just remain theory, but rather that theory is integrated into practice and that delegates understand the practical implication, for instance, of child development when working with children or providing parental guidance to parents. The second part of the training course consists out of Module 4 to 6, and that's where we get practical. In Module 4 to 6, we look at a variety of different therapeutic modalities, Gestalt, cognitive behavior therapy, more structured approach to play therapy with children, and we have a lot of fun in experiencing a lot of different practical aspects that is ingrained in these modalities. But we also look at some phenomena or issues that children face in their lives that are often referred to social workers or counselors working therapeutically with children. In these modules, we cover aspects such as trauma therapy, bereavement therapy, divorce counseling, helping children with anxiety and emotional regulation. We look at aspects such as bullying, ADD or ADHD, and we touch on other underlying issues that children sometimes struggle with, such as conduct disorder. These 4 modules, or module 4 to 6 rather, module 4 to 6, where we cover these practical aspects, is where we get to providing you with goals, objectives, an in-depth therapeutic plan, stepwise process of how to address these needs of children, but also where we look at therapeutic techniques and media that we can use in these different scenarios that children face. After completing Module 1 to 6, delegates then need to complete a practical component. The practical component can only be addressed after successful completion of Module 1 to 6 and the assignments and requirements that has formed a part of that. In this way, we ensure that prior to allowing delegates to work with children individually, that they have the necessary knowledge and skill in place. The practical component consists out of 60 hours of practical work that needs to be completed with children. Usually we look at a comprehensive therapeutic process that needs to be completed with 6 children. And in this practical component, delegates will work under the supervision of one of our trained and experienced course facilitators and will receive comprehensive supervision and support, guiding them through this process. As part of the requirements of successful completion of the practical work, delegates will have to submit videos on their sessions with children, and they will also be guided in writing a comprehensive report around their sessions, should ever in practice they encounter the need or the request to submit a report. PBI is a dream of both myself and this team at Humanitas, and we are excited to share this with you. I can guarantee that at the end of this training course, you will not just leave with a sound theoretical foundation and understanding to equip you with working with children, but you will leave with practical hands-on skills. Our heart at Humanitas is to send you out there to make a difference, an effective difference, in the world of the child. And that can only be done when you leave feeling competent and self-assured that you know what you are doing.